Hey, what's up, guys? So I figured I would just do a short video. I had some questions on my trade on ANVS yesterday, and then what was like my aha moments, or like what started clicking with me, and then if I would recommend Jay's mentoring program. So I figured instead of making or like sitting down and texting to everybody, I would just make a quick video. So on the, I guess on the ANVS trade, I the thing that kind of clicked with me was how many times I've been burned on that trade. Like I did really good yesterday because I've learned to not go wild on those kind of stocks. I located 100 shares for the trade, but I did not take 100 shares. I know from experience that like I'm always looking at like the rewards instead of like factoring in my risk, and so I learned that from experience. And I was like, well, while I've been looking at this thing, it went from like $80 to like $94 or $93 or whatever when I got the locates. And I was just like, man, if I want to take 100 shares, like if the plan is for it to pop and fail $100, like I mean, this thing could go to 110, 120 or whatever, and like I'm gonna hit my max loss and like pretty quick. And so I was like, well, let's go in with much smaller size, like much smaller size. And so I actually scaled in with 5 shares at like 94.60 or something like that, because I was looking for a pop and fail of $100, and then I was gonna short 10 shares when it fell under $100. It didn't happen. It washed. I'm pretty sure I decided like on the next pop that I would add 10 shares to it, and then another thing I've been learning is use my hard stops, and so I hit my break even hotkey so that no matter what, I didn't lose any money on the trades. It's already working. Like why should I risk any money at that point? And so that's what I did, and then washed again. I was just like, all right, well, I was looking at my first target, and I started getting greedy again. I was like, man, even with 15 shares, this hits my final target, or my first target. I want to kill it. And I was just like, dude, that's stupid. Like, you're already up a decent amount. Like, take some off. And so I was like, all right, what I could do is I could cover some when it pops again. Then I'll recycle those shares, and then just keep on doing that. I think I did that a couple times until it finally hit my first target, and I was just like, man, like I think this thing's gonna fade even more. And the VWAP and my second target was like, I think it was like $25 below where I was. I was like, you know what, I want to size in a little bit more, and so I think I took like 10 or 12 shares or something like that, and then I hit my break even key. Well, I held that until my second target, and I covered a little piece, and then I left it alone for a little bit, and then it started going down, and I started scalping it. Well, after like the second or third scalp, I was just like, all right, I think this thing, these guys are freaking out. I was like, I think that it's gonna fade even more. I was like, you know what? I'm already doing pretty good. I was like, let's scale in a little bit more. And I think the most shares I had on the whole trade, I was in with 40 shares at the max, and it worked out great for me. It was one of the best trades I've ever had. But like I've learned from getting burned by the market to not go in, balls to the wall. I located 100 shares, and the most I used was 40 shares. And like I didn't use 40 shares until I was already like $20 in the money. Like even when I was in 40 shares, when I hit my break even hotkey, I was still like $20 above where it was trading at. So like I had no risk at all. I honestly, I probably could have went in with all 100 shares at that point, but like that's another thing. Like why? If it's working out good, like why get greedy? Like why get greedy enough to where like you could turn something that could be amazing into something that's, ah, shit. Well, why did I do that? why did like I left so much money on the table because I got greedy. Like I've had that happen to me over and over, and that kind of goes in with the aha moment. Is like I you just figure things out. Like you have to start figuring out how you work. Like for me, like I can get greedy, I can be stubborn, I can be overconfident sometimes, and you start figuring out like how to deal with yourself. And you can't like just because I post my charts or like these videos or whatever, you can't replicate my style. It's my style. It's like I can't replicate my coach's style. Like he trades differently than I do. Like he doesn't risk as much as me because I'm sure he's got burned and he's also using much bigger size than me. So like the way he trades is completely different than where I want to trade. It doesn't mean that I'm probably wrong a lot more than he is, but like it doesn't mean that I'm trading wrong. I'm just trading my level, and for me, I like I'm hungry. I want to make good money, and I want to do things, and so like I'm willing to risk a little bit more to build things up, and it's been working out for me. But I'm not being reckless like I was 2 or 3 months ago because I learned from all those mistakes. And I had a lot of very experienced traders talk to me, and they're like, dude, why would you take that trade? That's so stupid. It's like, yeah, it's stupid to you, man, because you've taken like 20 of those trades and you got burned on it. You have the experience to know that that was a stupid trade. I don't have that experience. So, like, I need to take these stupid trades so I can gain the experience to know not to do that. But, like, that's my process. And that's okay. Like, everybody's got their own thing, you know? But it kind of ties into like so this weekend for instance, I like right after this I'm gonna go hopping in a car driving to Virginia. I got one of my teammates is getting ready for a fight, and on paper the kid, like if you looked at us you would probably be like, dang, he would kick my ass. But the difference is I have 70 fights of experience. He's gonna go do a second fight. The guy's faster than me, he's stronger than me, he's more athletic than me. He's like in all, he's better than me in almost every single thing except I have the experience. I have different qualities that he probably hasn't even learned yet. And so like that's the thing is like I had to go through 10 years of fighting to gain that experience. So yeah, like I could beat him in a fight, but he would never fight me because he's got one fight. I got 70 fights. That's not how that works. But in trading, it's completely different. You go in on your first day, you're trading against, computers, against professional traders, against my coach. We got people in the room that are just killing it. They've been trading for 5 plus years, and you go against those guys on your very first day. That's what makes trading so hard, and why so few make it. Because I'm sure, just like everybody else, like when I joined mentoring program, I was so pissed off when Jay was like, "You gotta start off with paper." Well, dude, I don't want to start off with paper. I want to make money. I'm here to make money. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's cute, kid. Like, go learn the setups before you worried about making money. You start learning the setups, and he's like, all right, you graduated. You get to use a real account. Go use 100 shares. And I was so pissed. I was just like, dude, I don't want to use 100 shares. Like, I'm not gonna like my P&L. I'm gonna make like $15 on a trade. But that's the thing, though. Like, yeah, you're gonna make $15, but you're gonna lose $50 because you need to deal with your emotions and start gaining that experience without blowing your account. The thing about trading is lasting long enough that you can gain this experience without running out of funds. And that's the thing that like took me a really long time to start figuring out. And I'm still in the process of trying to figure things out. Like I've had a trillion aha moments, but like I'm gonna have a trillion more to go through, you know? And like that's the cool thing. That's why I love kickboxing. I'm one of the best fighters in the country. But I'm still a baby in the sport. There's guys that could just wreck me. They're like I get like there's always room for improvement. I'm happy where I am right now. I'm happy with my skills and how good of a fighter I am, but like I have a long ways to go to where I'm at my final goal. Same thing with trading. And you know, I think that's the thing that most people don't piece together. Like they're comparing themselves to Jay or to like the other guys in the room, which I was doing. Who gives a shit what they're doing? Who cares how much money they're making? That's their level. They've put in the time, the work, all that kind of stuff. Like be happy with your own level, your own skill level, you know, and you know if you want to achieve that, then put in the work that they put into doing it. And so the last thing was Jay's mentoring program. I would highly recommend it because Jay teaches you what it takes to be a legit trader. Like you hear it all the time, trading is just gambling, and it used to piss me off, but it's 100% true. It is 100% gambling until you learn how to control yourself and start trading the setups. That's when it flips from being gambling to a very high level skill set. Like you start learning how to trade like a professional, like it's your job, and it's completely different. And he teaches you how to do all this stuff. He guides you and he helps you with like conquering your emotions, and I think that's to me that's priceless. But like I think that you joining the mentoring program, that's the first hurdle you got to get over because you know for me that was the most money I've ever dropped on anything, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this. But to me, when I invested that money into something like that, like it made it real. It made it like, all right, I'm doing this. And for me, that's what I needed. That was the huge hurdle for me to get over. But like I want to have a lot more hurdles because I want to get to a whole different level. I got like 2 more months of mentoring. I'm not going to do another year right away, but when I'm done with fighting, I totally plan on doing another year of mentoring because I want to get to where I'm using huge size. I want to start trading big share size, but like you know, he just put out a YouTube video about how like he didn't sleep very much, that he had way too much stress, and like when I start thinking about that, I can't handle that with my life right now, and so I think that I'm cool with where I am right now and building off that and gaining experience, and I stay here for 3, 4, 5 years fighting, working at this warehouse and hanging out with my brother, my dog, my family. Like I'm okay with like how life is right now, but when I'm done with that, then I'm definitely going to need Jay again to help guide me to take it to a whole different level. So I hope that answers all the questions I was getting. If you have any more, just shoot me a message. I want to start doing these, you know, on top of the weekly recaps. I enjoy these. I usually take my dog out and walk. He was being all crazy, so I had to basically redo it. So here we are. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good weekend. And if you have time, I posted a link on my Facebook page to watch Chad fight. It's under Adam Edgerton. His name is Chad Tracy. It'll be a link. So you want to see some good fights? Go check the kid out. He's gonna be a freaking monster. So, anyways, hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you later.